We had a little bit of burger left in the fridge the other day, and I've decided that I'm going to cook it up right now. And I don't know what we're going to make out of it right now, but we're going to have cooked burger here in a minute or two. And so as you can see, I have it in the frying pan, and it's just going slow. So maybe we'll see what we're going to do with this.
So we're just taking the guts out of a couple of jalapenos I had hanging around. I got a dozen of them for $1 the other day. So they're just starting to get a little bit red, and they're going to go into what we're making tonight. So those jalapenos that we were seeding are now chopped up and in with the garlic and red onions. And those are going to get a nice saute until things are soft, because this is really only going to simmer at the end for about 6 minutes. So we don't want them too mushy. So see you soon. So meanwhile at the frying pan, things were piling up. What I have in there right now is the ground beef that was sauteed, a half medium red onion diced, and a couple of jalapenos that I de-seeded and diced. And then I'm going to pour in about 1.5 cups of diced tomatoes with the juice, and I'm going to get those all stirred around. This is one of those things that you can go around the house and figure out what you got in the fridge or what you got in the cupboard, and just get things kind of combined for a nice quick dinner. So there's the tomato that's put into there now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to crumble up in little pieces the yellow cold pack cheese, Imperial cheese, cheddar stuff that I had in the fridge.
Have you got a package you can show us?
Yep. This one.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir that around a little bit, because it's going to melt into everything. And I'm going to pour in a cup of evaporated milk. It can be any kind of milk that you have, you know, as long as it's kind of wet and creamy. You could use almond milk, rice milk, dairy milk.
2%?
2%.
Homogenized?
Milk, anything. So one of the other things I found in the pantry was a bag of Uncle Ben's beans and rice. New Orleans beans and rice. So this is a nice little thing to drop into soups or to have as a side dish. So I'm just squeezing those out into the mix too. They're a little bit sweet. They're a little bit hot, and they have them around at a lot of the stores that carry the regular Old Ben's rice products, the pre-cooked ones. So that's just for emergencies on the days that you just don't want to. So I think that's just about everything. Oh no, it's not. I need to put in a little bit of my garlic and herb. And it's a nice mix that's got sort of Italian herbs and a bit of pepper and a bunch of other things in it. And we'll be putting black pepper in this when we serve it too, but that's just to make sure that you get everything sort of nicely rounded out with some good flavor. So I'm going to go round up the macaroni that we're going to take a bath in this for a while, and you can see what that looks like. Those are Felecia made in Italy gluten-free buckwheat spaghetti, and I'm going to break those up into little short pieces and stick them in the skillet. It's jumping everywhere. I'm just going to make sure that that all has contact with the fluid. And I'm just going to pour a little bit more that was in the cup. And I'm going to put the lid on and simmer that for about 5 minutes and check the pasta. Well, that's what the casserole looks like when it's finished, casserole skillet. We're going to call this Flaming Shipwreck at the Golden Arches. It's a little bit shipwreck skillet. It's a little bit like a large Scottish burger that they make at that establishment. So it's got lots of zip to it because of the jalapeno that we included. And everything's cooked up nicely. I'm gonna dish out a portion for Steven. And tell me, Steven, what would you like? Do you want some pickles?
Pickles, onions,
Pickles, and onions, and
pepper.
some black pepper. And you figure that ought to do it?
That ought to do it, I think.
There you go. That's what's for.
Okay, Steve here. I've been into it. Man, it tastes wonderful. It's so filling and so But I'm going to tell you something. If you don't like hot food, you don't want to try this because it's got a bite on the end of your tongue that's going to nip you like you got bit by an alley cat. Anyway, pretty wonderful food. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And if you happen to have a recipe out there that your mom made, your grandmother made, and you'd like us to try it, send it in. Thanks for now.